Coming to you live from Surrey, British Columbia, it's the Linus Tech Tips Show. And this is a very unfortunate situation because this is not a build that I wanted to do today, but you guys kind of forced my hand. In a recent video looking at 5 weird computer cases, we had you vote in the comments for which one I would have. Why did you pick the tank? There were so many interesting options, and you guys go for the, oh my God, it's so heavy. You guys go for the steel tempered glass tank that has absolutely nothing going on in the way of cooling, but just what? Because it looks like a tank? I thought we were over the camo battlefield aesthetic for PC hardware. And then you guys go and validate these choices. I think this is still alive. I don't see any surface mount components on the desk pad. I guess stay tuned and we're gonna find out how much airflow does the tank PC have? Does this SSD still work? And who is our sponsor? It's Moosend. Moosend is the email marketing platform that doesn't have any kind of overlay while I'm doing the sponsor read apparently, so I'm just gonna not pretend it's anything other than this, and I'm going to read it off my laptop. They help businesses of all sizes create, send, and automate their email campaigns. Choose from one of their beautifully crafted templates or make your own. So move on over and check out Moosend at the link down below. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get this party started with, of course, the one and only LTD screwdriver. Actually, there's more than one. This one is not mine. I stole it from the short circuit set because I forgot my backpack today, which is only partially my fault. There was a lot of snow.
It's true, there was a lot of snow.
It's true, there was a lot of snow. What that has to do with forgetting my backpack, I'm not sure, but
you were distracted.
I've seen plenty of people use snow as an excuse for all sorts of things, so I figure, you know, well, oh, the school is closed. Snow. Okay, well, fine, I forgot my backpack. Snow, I don't know. It's snowing. First thing we're gonna do is show you guys the motherboard we're using. We've gone, wow, we went extremely high end. What was your rationale for this, Plouffe? Oh, I guess I'd know that if I hadn't closed the dock that explains the rationale for all the components.
The motherboard.
It's $450, but it does support PCIe Gen 5, so if a graphics card ever shows up that can actually take advantage of that, you've got a PCIe Gen 5 slot here. It has support for PCIe Gen 5 in a single M.2 slot as well, so if we ever get storage drives that need PCIe Gen 5, you're going to be ready for that. It supports 2.5 gig LAN, Wi-Fi 6E, it has a 16 plus 2-phase power design, and loads of I.O. Literal loads. This right here is an imperial load, okay? And then this rest of it over here, that's a metric load. So it has 2 different, you can't crack up.
I know.
You can't crack up because then it makes me crack up. Let's do this peel. All right, for our CPU, we went with the Ryzen 9 7900X. And the reason for that is that our 7950X was in use. And by in use, I mean I put it in my computer last week. Oh. You know that's what happened to it, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Plouffe was looking for a 7950X because we wanted 16 cores. We wanted the most beefed up tank, and instead we ended up with the second most beefed up tank. They're still Zen 4 cores. There's still 12 of them, so it's not exactly a slouch, but yeah, it's not quite as high end as the 7950X. Now, I've got something I need to chat with you guys about. I have seen a lot of people speculating that I'm over the hill. I lost my edge. Just can't keep up with the young kids anymore. We did not have a review this morning of the 7950X3D. And while I can't give you guys the whole story, that's going to be coming in a video probably sometime next week or the week after that, I can give you guys the TLDR. We did get a sample from AMD. Shout out AMD for supporting us in that way. We did do a ton of testing on it over the span of the week leading up to the launch. But unfortunately, it looks like we may have gotten a defective chip, because our results were pretty far out from the rest of the press. So we ended up having to pull the plug on that video at the last possible minute, which is why you guys ended up with that lab update yesterday Oh, did I say that we didn't have a review this morning? Sorry, I meant yesterday. That's why we had a lab update yesterday, and that's why you guys are getting a live stream today, because it was supposed to be X3D yesterday, lab update today. Anyway, let's get this CPU installed. We're going to just throw out the rule book, and we're going to build a laptop.
Ha.
That's it?
Ha. Two
Two ha's? I mean, 2 ha's is better than what I got from David, a snort. 2 ha's and a snort. Okay.
high.
Yeah, it snort's pretty good? Okay, all right, I'll accept the snort. Okay, so come on in. Let's show how to install an AMD Ryzen processor in an LGA socket. Here we go. Oh my goodness, who put this board back? They didn't put the screw in there. All right, look at that. Wow, it works just like an Intel socket that is LGA. Let's put that in there, give it a little wiggle waggle. All right, yeah. I wonder what the engineering reason is for this different shaped IHS. I'm sure that someone's talked about that in the past.
Yeah, apparently it's
Like
to replace
more
those.
Structural?
No, it's the chiplets on the outside, or the, I can't remember what they are.
Oh, the SIMs or whatever?
Yeah. It's easier to replace them when they're uncovered like that.
Ah! Yeah, well, that's pretty,
And
pretty cool.
it was one of the higher points of failure.
All right, well, that's very cool. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and put some RAM in here. I don't have the rationale for this open right now, but I'm sure I can pretty much guess. Yeah, look at that. We went with DDR5, 6,000 megatransfer per second memory, because that's what you should basically be using if you're running an AMD AM5 system these days. These are CL32. The lower the latency, the absolute better. And due to some growing pains with their first generation DDR5 memory controller, we've gone with 2 sticks rather than 4 sticks, because if you want to get the best possible performance, I would just strongly recommend going with a 2-DIMM configuration. It's just a little harder to get things stable with 4 sticks in the motherboard. Look at that. Wow. Progress always feels so fast at the beginning of building a computer. And then you start getting into the cable management and the power supply, and everything goes downhill. But I'm not going to let that drag me down. Instead, I'm going to stay focused on hoping that this SSD still works. If you're just tuning in now, I accidentally lightly, gently placed this case on top of it earlier in the stream. It was very light, very gentle, very intentional. But it is possible that this SSD doesn't work anymore, which would be a real shame, because this is a Gen 4 Rocket NVMe 4.0 2 terabyte drive from Sabrent that is all set up for us to play some games at the end of the stream. So if it doesn't work anymore, it's not just as simple as grab another drive and go, because we were really hoping to actually run some programs. Plouf, question for you.
Yeah.
Do we still have the heatsink that is supposed to sit on top of this SSD?
No, the board came like that.
The board came like that? I don't believe you.
I literally got the board like that today. Even the missing screw,
Wait a second.
it's got a Q latch.
Where did you get this board from? This isn't the one from the XQC collab, is it?
I don't think so.
How sure are you?
I'm not sure. Logistics handed me this
no.
board. What?
Well, I noticed it was the same model.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure I brought that board back without the cover here, because it didn't really matter, because it was a dead board.
Well, this one's not dead.
This one's not dead, you're sure?
I mean, I tested everything earlier.
Okay.
Got it up and running.
Wow, this is a lot of drama for one stream already. We have a potentially dead motherboard, potentially dead SSD, and we haven't even gotten to any merch messages from you guys yet. In case you were wondering, the way to write into the live stream is not via Super Chat, not via Twitch bits. That is not the way to do it. You're going to want to send a merch message. So over on lttstore.com in the checkout, there's a field whenever we're live where you can write a merch message. And our producer, Dan. Hi, producer Dan.
Hello.
Might reply to you, or he might choose not to reply to you. I need to stop that audio. There we go. Or he might curate your message and I might reply to it, or he might just banish it to the ether because you wrote something inappropriate. We will have no way of knowing until you do it. Oh, look at that. I've got one already. Daniel D says, are you ever planning on hiring remote people from the US, maybe for customer service or something of that sort? It's not the sort of thing that we do any more than we have to. There are certain benefits as a Canadian employer to having Canadian staff. And so we try to hire, locally whenever we can. Sometimes it's not possible. Like a notable U.S. hire that we made recently was Gary, the head of the lab. So you guys would have seen him actually in the video that we uploaded yesterday with a tour of all the progress that they're making. But he was very specially qualified with his experience both in the IT industry and in the computer review industry. So we made a lot of exceptions and had to deal with a lot of bureaucracy and paperwork and cost in order to get him up here. And it's been a very long-term process. So we don't go out of our way to do that any more than we absolutely have to, because it really is a royal pain in the butt. Now, one thing that's a little bit different about today's stream is that in between talking about computer components, we are going to be sharing with you some facts about tanks. This was a Plouffe innovation.
Yes,
Thank you, Plouffe.
you're
Very
welcome.
good idea, I think. So in between the motherboard and RAM stuff, I was supposed to say, the idea for the tank far precedes its use, including a vehicle designed by French artillery captain named Levasseur in 1903. This included an armored, self-propelled cannon moved by a caterpillar system, similar to modern tanks' tracks. Very cool. Good job, Levasseur. I like it. All right. Oh, okay, we got one more to get through. One of the heaviest tanks in service is the American M1. It weighs about 62 metric tons, which is 60 tons more than the amount of I/O we found on our motherboard. Give or take a little bit of tonnage, because one of our tons was an Imperial ton. Oh no, you went with a water cooling system? Why would you choose a water cooler for a stream that we're starting at 4 o'clock?
Two things.
Two things.
The stream was supposed to start at 3.
Okay, the stream was supposed to start an hour ago. I will give you that one.
Second thing, there's not a ton of height clearance.
I see.
You can fit a cooler up to...
You're gonna attack me like that?
Whoa,
Okay,
whoa,
hold on, stand up.
I'm
Stand
like
up.
the same height as you.
Stand up, yeah. This guy, not enough height
Like-
clearance? We're like
You might even be slightly
basically
taller.
the same height, so I don't even wanna, no,
Okay, fine.
no. I do not know how to get this case open. I guess that's my first challenge here. And then I will figure out how to put an AIO cooler in it. I guess it probably goes at the front, but good gravy. Which of these panels am I supposed to take off? No, don't give me a hint. Don't give me a hint.
Are you
The people
sure?
want to see me struggle.
Oh my
I
God.
just gotta get, I gotta get the chat open so that I can hang out with the people. Feel free to interrupt if you have any merch messages, Dan. Okay.
Yeah, I got one here.
Oh, you got one. All right, hit me.
Have you guys ever considered doing a new full mineral oil submerged PC? I know you guys did it in the past, but I'd like to see a newer build.
It has been brought up several times.
Yes, every time I am the one who rejects it. My big thing with it is, well, there's a few things. One is that it's kind of a pain in the butt, especially because there's no one who makes commercial mineral oil cooled cases anymore. Puget had that whole thing with the patent troll that wouldn't let them produce their case anymore, which was really stupid. So they don't produce a case anymore, and I don't think anyone else would want to if they're gonna just get sued by this patent troll anyway. And then number two was that when we built the old mineral oil cooled computer, we just didn't know what to do with it. I used it as my station for a while, and then it kind of spec'd out of that and is also really bulky and, kind of a hazard to have around. And then it started leaking, which was really inconvenient and made a mess. And that's sort of bound to happen. The thing with mineral oil is it just eats things that it gets in contact with. So it's a real pain to have around, and it's really heavy. So anytime you need to move it, it really sucks. The other issue is that I feel like we've kind of said our piece. What else is there to really say about mineral oil submersion cooling other than, yep, that's a thing you can do. Yep, you probably shouldn't. So I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think we're gonna do it again. I think if we could get our hands on, what's that 3M one called? Fluorinert? Or if we could get our hands on some other type of submersion cooling system, I've seen some really neat ones where it's like a pressurized, sealed system, and then the chips are actually cooled by boiling away the liquid. Like, there's some really cool stuff out there. But it's generally only like super high-end enterprise, and those types of vendors don't always see the value of showcasing their technology with us. The ones that do see the value, inevitably, are like, this was amazing. I can't believe the effect it had on our business. Let's do more. But some of them just, they don't get that so much of our audience is not consumers buying iPhones. It's a really different tech audience from other tech channels, and it's a lot of like system admins and purchasers for very large companies. Like, it's just, this is their daily tech fix, right? And it turns out they have, you know, a real job, right? So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'd love for it to happen, but no guarantees right now.
Do you want help?
What the heck is going on here? Okay, David, so here's the deal, all right? Oh no, there go the screws. Oh, this is not good. Where did all those screws go? There's one. Okay, we've got all 4 of these, but I'm missing 2 of these. Oh no. Goodness gracious. I need a magnetic parts tray at some point, but we will deal with that a little bit later. Okay, so here's what's going on, David. Here's our front intake, all right? We got that far. Front intake, easy peasy. Here's 4 fan spots in the top, but 2 of them only sort of have access to fresh air, so I don't know what the deal is with that. We've got what appears to be a radiator mount. Here, can I get you a look at this? We've got what appears to be a radiator mount over on the other side, but that's right up against the glass. So I don't really get it. Oh yeah, look at that. There's more fan/radiator mount here, but that's also right up against the glass. That's just gonna be for looks, I guess. Is that just for looks? Oh, ridiculous. Okay, fine, it's just for looks. So the only cooling that actually happens out of the 4, 7, 10, 12 fans is half of them. Half of them do actual cooling. Unbelievable. Okay, fine. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is kind of locked into place here. Okay, I think I get it. I think these are gonna come off here, and this is gonna open up the top. This tank turret is gonna, whooey! Yes. Oh yes. No problem. You gotta give them credit. It's a surprisingly high quality case for a weird novelty product. You know?
Paid $730 Canadian for it. It was only available on Amazon.ca. It's sold out on .com.
700 CAD. Okay, context for our American viewers. That is about $500 US. Again, for a novelty case, the quality is definitely there, but I don't know that I would purposely pay that kind of money for a novelty item. Wow, now I really feel a lot of pressure to find those screws I lost, because every one of them is worth like $5. Okay. Oh no. Where did this rubber grommet come from? Where did this come from? Oh no. Oh no. No, everything about this is bad. Okay. Well, not everything about this is bad. Let's go ahead and kind of figure out our cooler situation. This is either a double or a triple cooler.
Oh my God.
I'm assuming it's a dual 120 mil? No, you went with a triple 120 mil cooler. Okay, come on over here and explain yourself, sir. I do not understand the rationale here.
There's 2 reasons.
2 reasons.
Okay. The first one, the 7900X, it gets hot.
Because you hate me.
No.
Oh, okay, sorry, go ahead.
The second reason, these are 360, well, not really.
Yeah, but they have glass on the side.
I know that.
Where are they going to get any air?
It looks pretty. You can put it on the front.
Are you taking the piss? You're gonna have me build a non-functioning computer.
It'll work.
Oh my God. Okay, how much gap is there here?
Not much.
Jeez. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Brings me a triple. And the worst part is we've moved all the inventory over to the lab. I can't just go get another cooler if I'm like, are you taking the piss, mate? And then just like go get a proper one. There is this much space for air to go through that radiator. Okay, I have an idea.
You could leave the panel off.
Okay. But leave the panel off? I thought we were doing this for looks, sir. I'm not going to make aesthetic-minded decisions and then ruin the aesthetic. Hold on. Maybe it'll fit in the front. It's possible that we can make it fit in the front. Let's have a look.
Can you rotate the case around so I can see better?
I would love to rotate the case around so you can see better, David. Nothing would please me more. All right, CPU socket area is over here, which means that if we want this bad boy to go on it, oh boy, that is quite far away. However,
It does fit.
it does fit. Yes, it does. It fits. Okay, we dodged a bullet. As long as, oh, you know what? I think there could be a clearance issue. Remember, we've got to get fans in here too. And there's some front panel connectors here that look like they might cause a bit of trouble. All right, did you bring a lot of fans?
Only the ones that came with the cooler.
Wait, you only brought, we don't even have fans to put in the sides?
We can get more. We have
Yes.
fans over here.
Yes, we definitely need, we need more fans. Oh God, they're RGB. Oh. Well, hopefully no one was planning on going home anytime soon.
I've got a hard out.
You've got a hard out. Oh,
We'll switch out.
oh good. Okay, neat. David, you got any merch messages to make me feel better?
I sure do.
All right, David. Oh, Daniel.
Oh,
Daniel Besser.
Oh, yeah, I'm still here. This one's from Dylan. If that tank turret doesn't have a Yagi Wi-Fi antenna, that's a missed opportunity. Also, are any of you folks going to DEF CON?
No, I was not planning on going to DEF CON. Is anybody else going to DEF CON?
I wish.
Sorry, that sounds like a negatory. I guess we are not making an appearance at DEF CON this year.
Also, do you have an update on the Stubby, and is the small backpack still planned?
Okay, the update on the Stubby is that we are hoping for a launch this year. I'm not going to promise anything because you guys saw how it went with the regular screwdriver. So, fingers crossed it'll happen this year, but if it doesn't, then when it does launch, it'll be really good, and we'll wait for that. As for the small backpack, that is absolutely something that we are still working on. It's taking us a lot of time to get the comfort just right. So we want it to fit better for smaller framed people. Yvonne, my wife, is one of our sort of targets, as well as we've taken some feedback from our thumbnail artist, Maria, who also has a smaller frame, as well as, I'm trying to think of people internally who, kind of need a bit of a smaller backpack. Alameda from the Creator Warehouse team would be another example. So we're trying to get feedback from as many smaller framed people as we can, but then at the same time, we're trying to make sure that if, I or a Nick Light, someone less small goes and buys it, that they're not going to have a bad experience either. And getting that just right, as it turns out, is really challenging. So it is taking some time, but we are absolutely still planning to make a smaller version of the backpack. All right. The good news, Plouffe, is this does appear to fit. Ow! What is going on right now? Is this display on somehow? Or
It's on a battery.
it's on a battery. Why did they put a battery in this thing? It is on a battery.
It's a humidity and I think temperature readout.
a humidity and temperature sensor, and it's on a battery to make sure that even when your computer is off, you know the temperature of the inside of your case. Cool. Oh. Well, that makes perfect sense. Oh, case manufacturers, you so innovative. I love it. I love it. I sigh and I, write my little critical comments in my reviews, but at the end of the day, if I didn't love it, why would I be here? Speaking of which, Daniel, do you have any merch messages for me?
I do. Yes, it's not David. I know I haven't been working here very long.
I know. He's new.
This one's from Dustin. Hi, Linus. How often do you check your attic to make sure Dennis isn't living in your house again?
Oh, no, you're good. I was going to destroy my wrist. You can see it's kind of in like a lock hold here. So I had to rotate around. I'm just gonna put this last screw in, I hope, and then I shouldn't need to have my back to you anymore. Oh, shoot. Nope, I missed. Owie, this is very stuck. I haven't checked, actually. I mean, they probably won't do that anymore. Dennis has actually been reassigned. He no longer is just in charge of Channel Super Fun. I think he might still do the occasional Super Fun thing every once in a while, but he's in charge of our sort of premium sponsor integrations now. The idea is because he did such an amazing job of the sponsor spots on Channel Super Fun, and our sponsors were so pleased with them, we actually created a role where he's going to be in charge of working with the business team to create and sell these super dynamic sponsor integrations for LTT and TechLinked and all the other channels in the LMG family. I'm pretty excited about it because he really did do an amazing job of that, even if Channel Super Fun, just no matter how many times we try to resurrect it, never seems to find its way to making financial sense. I mean, you'd think something that's fun to make would just automatically be profitable, right?
Yeah, it's got fun in the name.
Yeah, and super. And it's a channel. I mean, it has all the elements. It should have been a slam dunk. Unfortunately, it's just, it's tough. It's tough, and it's such a super competitive space. More like Channel Super, lots of competition, right? It's like anywhere where you're up against Mr. Beast, it's better to just pivot.
Started that channel years ago?
No, I don't know. You know what? I think Jimmy was making videos at that point, but not that anyone was watching. It took him a long time to really find his groove, and then, well, the rest is history. But if you watch him, the advice he gives you is, just start uploading. Upload a video. It'll be crap, but it doesn't matter. Upload another one. It'll be crap, but it doesn't matter. Upload another one. And that's really been the formula for him. And also some, other stuff like just being an algorithm genius. That doesn't hurt. Okay, this is bothering me a lot. I need to know where that screw I dropped is. Oh no. If it made it onto the floor, we are in trouble here, folks, because this is not good. Yeah, it's a black screw. It's one of those little countersunk black screws. I am determined for this 700 Canadian dollar case to be perfectly put back together. Nope, I give up. That was it. That was my big effort. If only we had a desk pad here that wasn't all black.
Hey, it's the new stealth. It's the new stealth desk pad.
Is this the new stealth desk pad? No, it isn't.
I think so.
No, this is a prototype desk pad that we may or may not ever actually make.
Then completely ignore my merch call out.
Oh, I will. Yeah, I'll ignore your merch call out. Editor. Yeah, editor's not doing nothing. You know what we can do though? We can go ahead and get our CPU cooler installed and our motherboard installed. We're making good Ooh, I just stepped on a piece of glass. Not a broken one, like my foot's fine, but I almost broke the glass, which How did I manage to unplug this laptop again? That's incredible. Wow, how did I do that? Look at this. I managed to unplug both sides of it. It's not plugged into the wall and it's not plugged into the laptop. I swear, you guys saw me. I started the stream with this laptop plugged in. Now we're gonna have people scrubbing through the VOD trying to find where the laptop came unplugged, yeah. Okay, cool, so this can go here. Do you wanna switch to that top-down maybe? We do have a top-down camera. We got these production values, look at this. Oh yeah. Hey, check that out. Maybe you guys can help me spot that screw while you're at it. Maybe David can take a little rest. How you doing, David? Great, good. All right, we've got our hardware here. Dan, you want to hit me with some merch messages?
Sure thing. Give me a second here. We'll get that overlay up. Okay. This one's from Austin. When is your power supply holder going to be released? Are we making a power supply holder?
I think he means like the magnetic thing to hold.
Ah, that. Yes, that makes way more sense. We have a cable managed, for those of you not in the loop, we have a cable management product coming that is going to hold like power bricks. It's like a magnetic power brick holder. And what the heck is going on here? This is just about the darndest thing I've ever seen. David, can you come have a look at this with me?
Yep.
I was missing a standoff for my motherboard. I went to put the standoff in and I went, owie, because there's a little spiky thing that appears to be the other end of a screw coming up through this spot that ought to be where the standoff is. No, it's not. It's here? What the devil is going on here? I think this may be a design flaw. There's another spot for a standoff right next to it here. You can see that? See that spot right there?
Where?
Right there. Where I'm pointing with the corner of the motherboard. But that's not the right spot. When I put this motherboard in, that little spiky spot is sticking up through the hole. So I guess we're only putting in 8 motherboard screws. Well, okay then. That's super weird.
I previously only installed an ITX board, and so it wasn't ever a problem for me.
I see. So this is very pre-tested, though. It's
Yes.
pre-tested, except for that we didn't actually test with this hardware. So we
The
hope,
case does fit
we
an
hope
ATX
everything.
board.
We hope everything is going to go together on stream today, but we'll see how it goes. In response to your question, that power supply holder thing, along with the power strip holder and all the other cable management stuff, should be coming later this year. But we're using a new mold maker, so I have no idea how long they're going to take to get us molds that are done to a sufficient standard. And then I think they were also still figuring out the lead times on like the neodymium for the magnets and all that. So you'll have to just bear with us. It's going to be like anything. It'll come when it's ready, and until then, I will continue to shamelessly promote it and build hype so that you can just be sad that I have it and you don't.
Like the screwdriver.
And that's it. Yeah, exactly like the screw. Hey, look, if you got a working formula, you don't mess with it. The screwdriver launch was very successful, so you guys can rest assured that that's how we're going to do it every time from now on. What else you got, Dan?
Okay, one moment here.
He's working on it.
I've got one here. Would you ever consider doing video game reviews on your channel?
Employee number, I'm trying to remember what our employee numbers are because I think mine's a meme. I think my employee number is 69 or 1337 or something like that, because otherwise I would be 1. So I think technically Luke is employee 1. Employee number 1 has suggested that no fewer than dozens of times. In fact, if you go back to the origin of Channel Superfun, which we were just talking about, love how these topics of conversation all end up interlinked here. If you go back to the origin of Channel Superfun, Luke and I each made pilots for what Channel Superfun could be, and then we uploaded one video that contained both of our concepts. Mine was sort of an unboxing and overview of this like bug killing device called the Bug Assault that you fill with salt, and then it's like a spring-loaded like shotgun-like mechanism. It like sprays out salt and it stuns flies so that you can just shush them outside, or if you're really close, apparently it'll actually kill them. So I did the Bug Assault, and Luke uploaded a game review. I forget what game, because it didn't succeed, and Channel Superfun became Silly Toys and games and stuff like that. But that was sort of the first attempt at us bringing a game channel to life. The guy operating the camera has pushed me to do gaming content no fewer than a dozen times, including wanting to do like a tech-linked style of thing for game news, gaming podcast, more in-depth sort of in the weeds gaming content with like from like a technical perspective. Like, man, you pitched me a really cool piece of content a while back that I was like, yes, we need to do this. And then just we haven't gotten to it yet. I think it was to do with like game settings or something like that, and how they all affect.
Basically, like using reshaded mods to make old games look awesome.
Yes, that's the kind of thing we would love to do more of, but there's just. It feels like there's just never enough time, and the reality of it is that what we've found over the years is that while there's a lot of overlap between the tech enthusiast audience and the like strictly gaming audience, it's less than you would think, which is wild to me because I always thought of them as inseparable, right? Like I always thought, well, if you're into games, surely you must care about making your computer run, right? Because otherwise, how are you going to run your games, obviously? A lot of people don't see it that way. And then I also thought the opposite was true. Like, if you're into computers, I mean, don't you play games? Like, what do you do with that high-powered computer, right? I mean, as a kid, I didn't know any better. I wasn't like, oh, you make game. Oh, you have a job. Like, it didn't really occur to me. I was like, well, why else would anyone need a hot-rodded computer? Obviously, video games. I don't know if this is enough thermal compound, but we're going to find out soon enough. I also don't know which of this hardware is AMD and which is not, so I guess we will figure that out, too. You know what? I think it's probably this.
That's all AMD.
This is all AMD? Yeah. All right, there we go. What else you got, Mr. Besser?
Okay, let's see. We got any spicy ones?
Ooh. Spicy ones. Yeah, that's what we need. We need more spicy merch messages in our lives.
All right, this one's from Brendan. Speaking of your defective chip, I RMA'd a 3080 this past month after I discovered it was underperforming by 16%. This was a hard issue to spot, and I'm sure less techie people would not notice. What are your thoughts on this?
I think you are going to find that our video is very much to your interests because that is absolutely the kind of situation that we found ourselves in. And that is one of the reasons that instead of us finding the problem and AMD saying, oh, whoops, here's a new chip, we ended up dicking around for a week and not having a review for you guys because it ended up being one of those sort of defective situations. It's a little bit defective rather than obviously very defective. So we're going to talk a little bit about why that happens, why that can be so challenging. Anthony's writing this up with some collaboration with the labs team. So why that happens, why it can be so challenging to spot, how you can learn to spot it for yourself if something like this happens to you. And I think it's going to be super educational, even if it isn't what it was supposed to be, which is a review of the 7950X. Life hands you lemons. You got to make lemonade and then build a lemonade stand and sell that lemonade to a sponsor. Speaking of which, do we have a second sponsor for this video that maybe I should
We do.
talk about? We do. Let's do that.
Do you want to do it during the intro or right now?
I can just get this thumb nut on. Hey, there we go. All right.
It's all the way at the bottom.
Oh, crud, it's on this laptop. Why do I have two laptops? Is this tightening? Oh, yeah, there it is. Perfect. And the show is brought to you by, oh, look at that, XSplit. XSplit. It's a cutting-edge software company trusted by millions of creators, businesses, and organizations that provides advanced broadcasting and video production tools for, well, creators, gamers, and businesses. Look at that, good talking points. XSplit offers a range of products like Broadcaster and VCam Broadcaster that allow users to capture, produce, and stream high-quality video content to popular platforms like Twitch and YouTube. You can customize your broadcast with different sources, beautiful effects, and slick transitions. And VCam allows users to remove, replace, or blur their webcam background during a video call, live stream, or recording. You can create a more professional-looking and distraction-free video experience without the need for a physical green screen with XSplit. So check it out today at lmg.gg/XSplit and start creating and sharing amazing video content that will engage and inspire your audience. Cool, good stuff. What on earth is this cable so long for, Asus? Jeez. That's okay. We're gonna go all the way under, and we're gonna bring this to our USB 2 header on the bottom. Okay, that goes up like, oh boy. Yeah, sorry, David, I'm getting my hands all up in your way here, aren't I? This guy is gonna go here. Oh yeah, just like that. Perfect. And then this guy is gonna go, you know what? It's gonna go, ow! Darn it. Those are sharp pins, which is good. That helps them get into the receptacles. You know, I'm not criticizing, I'm just noticing that it penetrated my finger. It's not a bad thing, it just hurts. High frequency. Sorry. Okay, this plugs into AIO pump right here. Erg. Yes. Yes. Good. Okay, and that's about as good as that cable management is going to get, I suspect. Yeah. Okay, I mean, that's not so bad, right?
Yeah.
Right, David?
Great.
Yeah, we got this. Okay, what on earth is the plan for this? Are these daisy chainable? Wait, what? This has got to come with a splitter or something. Please tell me this comes with a splitter.
It should.
It should.
There was a fan splitter earlier.
Fan splitter. I found the fan splitter. I don't see the RGB
I'll
splitter.
look for the RGB splitter.
We might be in trouble here, Ploof. I want to hit me with another merch message while we stall for time.
Absolutely. This is from Robert. Hi, Linus. I work for Geek Squad as a PC double agent and would love to hear your take on whether or not in-home tech support will be viable in 10 years as the boomers die off and ChatGPT advances.
Oh, yeah. Because here's the thing. It's not about whether you have the resources to fix something yourself. It's about whether you have the confidence to fix something for yourself. And there are always going to be people who have a life. I mean, have interests other than their computers. And those people are just, it's not so much that they couldn't figure out fixing their computer, it's that they don't want to. It's that they would rather invest their time in some other bucket, be it entertainment or work or relationships or whatever else it is, and then use whatever money they earned or money they saved, let's say repairing their own car, okay? So maybe they don't pay for oil changes, but they could use that money they saved on that, not worrying about how to fix computers and not caring how to fix computers. That is never gonna change. Not everybody is gonna be interested in computers, and you can quote me on that one. I mean, if they were, it's good for me. You know, I'm into it.
I found a splitter.
Oh.
Not the one that comes with the cooler.
Wow, that is quite
It's all 3-pin.
the RGB splitter.
It should all be 3-pin RGB.
It's strong.
I'm looking for more.
I remember this backstory for this, actually. Alex had a project. It was one of his sleeper builds or something like that. And he was enraged because he had to do a full rebuild of something for the glam B-roll footage. And like some RGB thing died or something like that, or he was at the final stage of the build and he couldn't plug in all the RGB. He's like, I'm just ordering a bunch of these splitters. Screw it, I don't care if they're like $20 each for a stupid cable. We're just gonna have them. And I said, okay. He was mad. He was mad for some. It was something like that. Don't quote me on the exact circumstance. Did someone take the box for the cooler away? I
did.
Oh, you did. Here's all the accessories for it. All right, thank you. Cool. I am going to plug all of these fans into my CPU fan header, which is this little guy right up here. I always recommend, if you can pull it off, plugging your CPU fans, so the ones on your AIO, into the CPU fan header. You can just plug them into something else and have nothing in there and just disable that warning that says, hey, your CPU fan's not running. But that's there for a reason, right? If you could just use the CPU fan header as intended and get a little warning if things aren't going well, that's a good thing. Now I just need to deal with this cable management, and Dan's going to give me another merge message.
I'm gonna try. Okay, this one's from Nathan. Started rewatching content, making me want to do a third build. Is there a building era you wish you could relive, and which would it be?
Ooh, a building era.
Neoclassical, thanks, David.
I'm pretty sure that the viewer means computers, David.
Oh, that makes so much more sense.
Oh, that makes sense. A building era that I would relive. Man, okay, this is gonna be a little bit unpopular, but I loved the UV trend of the early 2000s. If there was something I could have back, it would be those like kind of wild, psychedelic looking DFI UV reactive motherboards and stuff like that. I'd be so into that. If someone brought back a UV reactive board, I would just use absolutely nothing else in our builds from that moment forward. So you heard me, right? Okay? ASRock, you guys are kind of wild enough to do something like that. You got that? I will use no other board for that entire generation if you give me a UV reactive board. I'm ready and I'm waiting. I love the look. I can't not love the look.
And I bet you instead of like the onboard RGB on the motherboard could be ultraviolet as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be
Give me
sick.
another pin. Give me a UV pin.
Oh,
I'm
man.
into it. I'm very, very into it.
We could create a full new standard for RGB.
I'm ready. All right, Dan, hit me again.
All right, this one's from Jaden. Hey Linus, with how long the WAN show has gotten lately, has there been any ideas to expand streaming content? Would you consider starting a new recurring live stream or bringing in other LMG hosts?
It's a good question. If anything, I would say the longer the WAN show gets, the less likely we are to start another regular stream. The WAN show has gone from being a placeholder, the quickest thing we can possibly crap out on a Friday, to becoming actually very, very time-consuming and flagship content for us. Obviously, from a business standpoint, you might look at that and go, "Oh, well then, let's do more of that. let's start some more live shows." But from I have only so many hours in the day standpoint, that's a little bit more challenging. My wife is already the prime asker of the question, why is the WAN show so long now? And I never really have an answer other than, I don't know, it's work, merch messages. And she's like, you're just broing out with Luke. I'm like,
Is that so bad?
yeah, what's wrong with that?
We hit a record last week.
That's what it's sort of become. Yeah, did you see that post on the subreddit that is the length of the WAN show over time?
Yeah, it's a bit exponential.
Yeah, the lockdowns seemed to have somehow precipitated a dramatic increase in WAN show lengths. I realize I haven't really talked about computers for a bit here. Why don't we do that momentarily? I'm just plugging in the front panel I/O. I'm trying to find the best possible routes for these cables. This is quite an open case. So my plan is to sort of, thanks David, is to sort of hide these front panel cables over here. Maybe give them a little cable tie down at some point. This is my front USB 2s, which it looks like I'm not going to be able to plug in. Oh, wait, no, this is front USB. Oh, perfect. Okay, I have exactly the right I/O then. This is my front USB 2. Ugh, get in there. And then this is my front audio, which is going to go right here. Okay, it's going to try to go right here. Okay, there we go. I'm kind of a purist like that. Like for a showcase build, do you really have to plug in your front audio? No, but I want to. Like I would never use it these days anyway, because I would just be using like a DAC, like an amp and DAC USB like external thing. But I don't know, it bothers me to have things just hanging loose in the computer and dead ports at the front. I just can't do it. Now I'm plugging in my reset switch, power switch. And there's my hard drive LED. Oh, fun little fact. I don't know if you realize this, but LEDs are they are, what would you call it? Sensitive, polarity, whatever, anyway. They have to be plugged in positive to positive, negative to negative, but often for aesthetics, modern cases just have both of the wires black, and sometimes case manufacturers are big dum-dums and don't label one of them positive and one of them negative. So the way to tell is that there's a tiny little arrow here. That pin with the little arrow, I don't know if you can even see that, David.
Top end.
Yeah, there we go. See that tiny little arrow?
Yes.
That's positive. So that one on the vast majority of motherboards goes to the left. The more you know. I don't know why they don't see. The funny thing is, like, this same case manufacturer has the positive and negative markings on the power LED. So why? Why do they not put it on the hard drive one? How are people supposed to know to look for that stupid little unlabeled arrow? It's ridiculous. The little tiny things that make computer building not actually just Lego for adults, you know? Like I hear a lot of people say that, yeah, computer building's easy, it's just Lego for adults. No, it's not. It's not just Lego for adults. It is still challenging, and it can still be overwhelming or intimidating, especially if people haven't done it before. And it's because of little, stupid, utterly unnecessary things like that. And that's one of the reasons that like Corsair has been so successful. They just do such a good job of actually test building in their cases, and they just came in out of absolutely nowhere. Like if you're relatively new to the enthusiast computer scene, you kind of go, oh yeah, Corsair, they make cases. No, they didn't. Corsair came out of nowhere in a space that was dominated by like the Antecs of the world, and now it's like, Antec who? I mean, they're still around. Oh yeah, they're totally still around. They have a pretty broad product line actually, but I can't figure out like what markets they're really succeeding in, because it sure as heck isn't the North American one. What I suspect is because Antec had such strong distribution partnerships globally, that it's just been an extremely, extremely long tail as they've been outcompeted by folks like Corsair, by Fantex, by NZXT, some of these relative newcomers. All
Fantex.
right. I mean, that's not that bad in terms of, oh wow, that is a flimsy power supply bracket. You see how I bent that like that? Wah. Wah. Oh, that's a bent boy. All right, no problem. We will deal with that later. Oh shoot, I think this is another piece of the AIO. What a shot. All right, do you want to just go to the wide and give David and his poor arms a break for a little bit? Well, or we can go to the top down. We can go to the top down, go to the wide. Ooh, let's do a tank fact. Tank fact time. In 1487, Leonardo da Vinci designed a fighting vehicle, sometimes described as the prototype of modern tanks. It was to be maneuvered by 2 large inside cranks powered by 4 strong men. There were even cannons and steel-enforced slanted falls to help deflect enemy fire. Wow, in 1487. It is sort of amazing. Is there anyone in the history of humanity who got things so right and also so wrong as Leonardo da Vinci?
No, but as Futurama showed us, he was an alien.
Yeah, okay. That actually was a really good episode. I quite enjoyed the Leonardo da Vinci was a moronic alien.
Yeah, he was a stupid
Plot.
alien.
Dan, hit me with a merge message.
Sure. This one's from Jonathan. Hi, Linus. I've been watching for a long time, since the early days at NCIX.
Creepy.
And working with Slick.
Do you sleep? Like, do you take breaks from watching me?
He lives in your walls.
He lives. Yeah, who are you, Dennis? Sorry, what? What?
Since the new AMD X3D CPUs appear to run a lot cooler, maybe, would you think they would be put into laptops this gen?
No. What I suspect is that AMD's yields of their 3D V-cache are probably so low that I mean, look, we didn't even get the 7800 X3D yet, right? Like, they can't even ship the full lineup of desktop processors that they've announced. And that's with them having one of the two active dies not have 3D V-cache on it. So there's what AMD told us, which is that helps with performance because they can send tasks to the type of core, whether it's a higher boosting or a higher cache core, that will handle it best. But I think the other reason for that, I'm not sure if they've said it explicitly, but it almost certainly is a reason for it, is that it helps improve yields because they can use just regular non-3D V-cache stacked dies for one of those dies, and they only need one 3D V-cache die per CPU. So what I suspect is that their yields on these things are still atrocious, and it'll be a struggle for them to even ship as many of these desktop chips as they can, let alone introduce another product line that uses these same dies. That's my guess. I do.
Okay, this one's from Robert. In the recent lab update, Video Linus mentions that he had a positive feedback from outside people. Are there any plans to rent out the capacities of a ready lab one day to other creators/resellers?
I published kind of a lab's manifesto or like a lab's vision statement on our forum a while back, and I laid out sort of, I think it was 7 different ways that the lab could ultimately make money. The first one, the most obvious one, is, hold on, let me see if I can find this just like on Google, because if I can't, then it's probably going to take too long and I'm not going to be able to just read it. Lab general discussion. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to find this, but the point is that affiliate revenue is one. I think like a professional tier subscription to the data, like deeper dive data is another option. And yeah, licensing out API access to the data, which it would be kind of the end game, like most sophisticated tier of what you're asking, would absolutely be something that we would be interested in terms of monetizing it. I don't know what all of that would look like. I mean, maybe, for someone like a fellow creator, let's say I'm gonna pick a name out of my butt. Or not totally out of my butt. I'm going to choose Marquez because we recently had a conversation about cross-licensing our footage for each other. He very, really appreciate this. He 100% did this the right way, contacted me personally and asked about using footage from the WAN show for his AI and ChatGPT video, to which I responded, yeah, of course, man. And I also said, hey, why don't we take this one step further, and instead of me wasting my time and you wasting your time asking for permission every time we use a bloody video clip from each other, why don't we just have a standing agreement that as long as it's not done in a disparaging way or like in a way that is misrepresenting the original content or anything like that, we just say, hey, with credit, it's fine if we just use each other's clips, and we'll just have a mutual cross-licensing agreement like that. So as long as it's credited, it's cool. He's like, yeah, that's cool. So in the same way, I could totally see us not just making it available for sale, but also just making it available to friendly creators or to creators who also have something that we would love to have access to in a cross-licensed fashion. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. I think it would be one of the ways that we could potentially make money is like contracted testing. So not necessarily just licensing access to the tests that we've run, but actually like running whatever test someone asks us to run. This thing is rusting.
No.
It's rusting. David, show the people.
Where?
My $700 case has a rust on it. And not just in one spot. Can you see that okay?
Yeah, I can see that it's not. It looks like a flaw. Oh, there you go. Yeah. It's battle worn.
1v1 me. I gotta laugh. No, they laughed. They couldn't help it in
Show my
spite,
face.
in spite of
Stop
themselves.
giggling.
Come at me, tank case manufacturer. Anywho, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, ways to monetize the lab. I think I had pretty much made all of my points there. And that's all I have to say about that. Dan, do you want to hit me with another one? I am so bothered by that screw. I have been looking for it this whole time.
Forget the screw.
This entire stream, I've been talking to the audience and looking for the screw.
The screw is
Building
lost.
a computer and looking for the screw. No. I'm so upset. Okay, all right. Hit me with another merch message. That'll make me feel better.
This one's from David. Linus, what are the chances of doing reviews on commercial hardware? I'm trying to source computers for work that can run solid edge, and I'm realizing commercial GPUs and CPUs are foreign to me.
Well, CPUs are pretty straightforward. They are kind of the same CPUs, but you get to pay more for them. That's where you fall back on, your staples, right? What's the architecture? What's the cache? What's the clock speed? Okay, what's the equivalent, Core series or Ryzen non-Pro series? All right, I guess I'll pay the premium if my vendor or my boss requires a certified solution, even though I think it's stupid, and bada bing, bada boom, right? You're ready to go.
If I can interrupt.
Yeah.
Apparently, it might be near the Power Squid.
Might be near the Power Squid.
Under the Power Squid?
Under the Power Squid.
A bunch of
Okay.
people are saying Power Squid.
Okay, well, let's have a look. Near or under the Power Squid? I think they're just sending me on a wild goose chase.
They're lying to you.
Look, and there's no wild geese at all. They're screwing with me. I like it. It's a pretty screwed up way to waste my time, though. Okay. No, I'm actually over it now. I'm not going to crawl around on the floor anymore. This happens with Yvonne a lot, where she'll lose something, like even things as large as spoons. And the problem is that she has a jacket that has magnetic clasps around the wrist, so I will invariably find like spoons or screws or like cooking utensils on her arm, and she can't find them. She'll have been looking for them for like 10 minutes. It's great. It actually never gets old for me. But it's getting old that I can't find my thing. Oh, that was a terrible throw. All right. I did not get RGB fans here, Plouf. I couldn't help noticing that. For the wheels?
There were 3 RGB fans in there.
Three RGB fans is not the correct
I thought we had more.
number of RGB
We
fans.
have a ton of Lian Li Unifans. However, it doesn't light up as well on this particular build because it's on the outside of the Unifan instead of on the center.
The outside instead of the center. I see what you mean.
Because they're going to spin like wheels if you put it in the center, but otherwise it doesn't look as good. So we can just use
So you want me to
good old
use
Noctuas,
non-RGB fans on this thing?
but it's Noctua.
I think the people deserve better. I mean, what do you guys think? Can we go with the LTT edition Noctua fans for the wheels?
I think I speak for the people when I say absolutely no.
Oh
is,
my god.
Is that an
You
adequate
guys don't understand.
wheel?
Stuff isn't over here anymore. We
have,
moved
like
every...
an entire selection of RGB fans.
We
Do you need me to go get
Do you
them
want to
for
use
you?
Corsair?
we have more RGB fans
We can
here?
use Corsair, but you're going to have to use a Pro Controller.
Yeah,
All right, okay.
Corsair fans. All right. I know. Now I have to put their commander controller in. Oh,
Well, I mean,
okay.
Like a commander should go in a tank, right?
Oh, I like that.
I need a drink
I'm sorry.
of water. LTTstore.com. All right, hit me with a merge message.
Okay. Oh, hold on, Plouf's yelling. What? Okay, this one's from David. No, we just did the one from David. This one's from Anonymous. Funding Lab. Where do you see the CPU architecture going next? Safe to say that both 3D V-Cache and hybrid P-cores and E-cores are things that weren't obvious. Where do you think we'll go next?
Wow. Next. I mean, I could go out on a limb and say the place that we're going to go next, we don't have enough.
We have more.
We have more? Well, what do we have more of? Because I need
you
something
wanna
I have
match.
6 of. These are all 140s. So that's why I can't do anything with that. These are maglevs, so these are different from the light
Start
loops.
with the Commander Pro.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know.
Ugh. Oh man, where are we going from here? Jeez. Most of the trends that I would be able to foresee as a normie, right? Like, I'm not a chip architect. Most of the trends that I would be able to foresee are ones that are already well on their way. I think we're going to continue to see very high power consumption chips as Intel and AMD's competition heats up. I think we're going to continue to see many core designs, like you said, with big little style architectures, so performance cores and efficiency cores. I think we're going to see a lot more specialized accelerators in our CPUs. It kind of, I don't want to say started with, but went really mainstream and obvious to the point where everyone has it with video decoding. And I think we're going to see more and more workloads like that, especially with machine learning becoming so integral. So I think CPUs are going to have specialized hardware just for that, just like we're seeing in the workstation right now. And yeah, what else is there to really say? Yeah, I think that's about it. That's all I have to say about that. Hit me, Dan. Oh!
Putting them in? No, look.
What? What's that?
Here, there's 6 fans.
Yeah, we're good then. This is the right kind.
It's the same one?
Yeah, this is the same as that. Okay, so if you want to unbox those, we're bringing the RGB fans to the people. You people, you ask for so much. You want water cooling, you want RGB fans.
You want another merch message?
You want no hot takes on WAN show. I'm only human.
What's the WAN show without hot takes? The bland show.
The bland show. The nobody got canceled and everyone still has a job show. All right.
Don't worry, we brace ourselves every Friday.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out why so much of the staff here watches WAN show. That's got to be it, to find out if they need to come to work on Monday.
Give company updates on WAN show before you give them to us.
I mean, okay, that's a thing that has happened.
No.
Are you mic'd? Oh, you're not mic'd. Okay, so he said, for those of you who didn't hear, because you give company updates on WAN show before you give them to us. Yeah, well, that's our model, okay, of transparency with the community. Transparent model, okay? The people appreciate it. They know, I think more about the inner workings of this company than just about like any company would be stupid enough to give the general public. Do you want to grab a screwdriver and help put in some screws? Yeah. Okay. This is more screwing than I can do by myself. I'm going to need some help screwing. Terrible. Dan, hit me before I get myself actually canceled here.
Yeah. Do you think high GPU prices are hurting PC gaming? I used to be a PC gamer, but recently made the decision to buy an Xbox Series X instead of a PC. It supports mouse and keyboard, 120 frames, variable refresh rate, etc.
Absolutely, but with an asterisk. It's always cyclical, right? I mean, when the Xbox One came out, it was untouchable. Like, we tried back then when the PS4 and the Xbox One came out. We did PC builds where we were like, yeah, we're going to try and build a PC that can compete with this thing, and it was close. But you had to make some serious compromises. That thing did not have a great power supply in it. It did not use a great case. I'm pretty sure we had to use some secondhand hardware. Like, consoles early in their life cycle are untouchable from a price to performance perspective. But
Before you go to that but, do you want these fans for like actual airflow or for looks?
for looks,
Okay.
so they're blowing in.
Yeah, point it out. Yeah. Okay.
I
Thanks.
mean, if they're going to be for looks, they might as well be purely for looks.
Just making sure.
And I've got them centered and butted right up against each other,
Okay, sounds good.
which is maybe not the best look, but I already started screwing them in like this. Actually, oh no, I kind of changed my mind.
Oh my god.
No, I'm gonna space them out. I'm gonna space them out a little bit.
Thank you, switch to white.
All right, the but for that. But later on in the cycle, the advantage shifts dramatically towards PC. Because those consoles, I mean, they can only go down so much in cost. There's a limit. Things just kind of cost what they cost. And for compatibility and to streamline the game development process, they can't dramatically change that hardware. So if building that chip and building that power supply and building all that outdated hardware costs what it costs, then there's just a basement. They can only go so low. That's also the opportunity for the console manufacturers to finally make some money on the bloody thing, because they sure aren't at the very beginning of that console's life cycle. So that's where the PC starts to make more sense again all of a sudden. Can I help you?
Yeah, so I just want to get under here because we can take a whole panel on the bottom off and we can cable manage all the fans.
That panel on the bottom's already off.
Oh, you
So
took it
yeah,
off?
just stuff them into these holes,
Yeah, that's fine.
and then we'll just jam everything into the bottom. I'm going to grab I'm going to unbox the GPU in the meantime. Want to give me the overhead, Dan?
Absolutely.
We went, there it is, with the Radeon RX 7900 XTX. Can I just shout out AMD's terrible numbering scheme for their product branding? Okay, so you got, think about it. You got your Radeon, you got your Ryzen, you got your R5s and R7s and R9s, RX. Wait, what? Okay, but that's for Radeon, right, not Ryzen, Radeon. And then, are you kidding me? They're both 7900? I have a 7900 in here, and then I also have a 7900. One of them is a Ryzen 9 7900X, and then one of them is a Radeon RX 7900 XTX. There are literally an infinite number of numbers and letter combinations, literally infinite, and you use exactly the same one in the same generation. Are you kidding me? I think they're doing it on purpose. More of this angle, please. Yeah, maybe not so much. Maybe that's not necessary. Anyway, you can go back to the overhead. Let's get this thing unboxed while Plouffe plugs things in, and we are totally not in his way.
Yeah.
How you doing over there?
Oh, it's great.
Oh wow, you can tell this is very fresh. First time unboxed. Very sealed. Much sealed.
That's how you know it works.
Cool. All right, let's install. Look at the size of this mother. Goodness gracious. Wait, we didn't have to go. Why did we go SFX for the power supply, my good
It
man?
comes to here and the cables poke out.
Well, they have short ATX power supplies, right?
No, I've only seen SFX.
What? Silverstone?
didn't-
Silverstone has that super compact one.
Oh, I've never seen that.
They just sent it to us. That's
really?
probably why you missed it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically just the size of a 120 mil fan. It would totally fit
man.
here.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this will still work. And I
yeah.
checked the cable length. They should all be long enough.
Okay, well, you guys aren't going to see the optimal setup for this, because that would have been one of Silverstone's super low volume ATX power supplies.
Make sure to use the.
Instead, you are going to see this Cooler Master V850 SFX Gold. I mean, This computer was never going to be practical anyway, so I guess what does it matter if there's yet another thing about it that's sort of impractical? That's the path we're on.
Let's put all these under here first.
Okay, this can go kind of here, and then let's just
Hold on, you have a cable.
mash
Wait,
this
Linus,
boy.
There's a cable.
There's a
You're
cable.
mashing
Well,
on the
why are
cable.
you putting
I'm
it there?
trying to not put it there.
Why are you putting the cable there if you don't
There
want
you
me to
go.
mash
Okay,
it?
nothing is in
Look,
the way.
why is there an HDMI
That I don't
thing that fell out of the GPU?
know. That was not my fault.
Well, I mean, you said you tested it, so why didn't you
did.
test if that was going to
I
fall
didn't
out?
take them all. I didn't need them all yet.
Obviously trolling
I know you are.
this guy.
The answer to
Oh.
trolling is answer obvious.
My God, is this too tall?
No, I think it should go. It'll go. It's barely.
What the
The
hell?
measurements say it works.
What the hell is going on here?
It's the same height.
This is
It's smaller. It is lower.
Okay. Jeez. It's ridiculous. Okay.
We wanted to get a 4090 in there.
What about this power connector though?
Okay, that might be tight.
Oh my gosh.
We have a bit of room.
Ploof, this is glass.
Well, only that part is.
Yeah, but that part goes here.
We'll see.
What do you mean we'll see? It's right there.
I think it'll work. We're just gonna have to really hold it over there. We've got the XT. If it doesn't fit, we've got the XT.
If it doesn't fit, we've got the XT. Like we're gonna settle for an XT? I only want the best 7900s in here. Top tier 7900s. This is the 7900 PC. Dan,
You mean there's more than two?
there's probably costs about $7,900 with all the RGB fans we're putting in it. These fans are like $20, $30 each.
You're good.
Stupid. Look at this wimpy power supply.
Aw.
It's a wee little baby power supply. We need to remove this power supply.
No. Use the bracket.
How the hell am I gonna screw this? Oh, I'll screw the bracket to the power supply first.
Power
Oh,
supply.
thank goodness. I thought I had gone and painted myself into a corner here with these fans plugged in where I can't even screw in the power supply. But we got this. Oh, you think you're done helping build now? I actually do need your help with something real quick.
Okay, what?
Okay, first of all, I am losing these rubber grommets
Yes.
from I don't know where. Oh, here.
Because they just fall off of here. We've
Okay,
There's already 4 missing from the top,
okay.
but it's okay. The top goes on fine.
Wait, they're missing?
Yeah, from the very top.
Well, how'd they go missing?
I'm not sure. B-roll and we move the case. See, you've seen how easy they fall off.
I heard the sound of a bus there.
Yeah.
This was his project, the 5 Weird Cases project, and he's all like, oh, I don't know, maybe B-roll.
I was gone. Well,
It definitely wasn't me. Definitely wasn't me, even though that was my project.
This was probably me. I'm finding O-rings that fit. We just didn't grab them for the stream.
Okay,
It's okay. It
That's
goes on
fine.
top.
I'm over it. Oh, I see. This one goes inside the other bracket. Maybe. It does not fit.
Are you sure it goes on the outside?
No, I'm not sure of anything anymore.
Out on this side.
Oh, nope. Like that?
Yeah,
Oh, that's horrible. That's
but it'll work.
truly awful. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I actually don't think that's how it's supposed to work, because you can see this is countersunk, right?
Yeah, but it's gonna work.
Yeah. Okay, fine. I'm over it. Dan, merch message me.
Okie doke.
This is ridiculous.
Hey, Linus, the tank case is a really cool idea for a PC. Which unusual case out of the many you've seen would you most want to build a PC in, and why?
I can't say that any unusual case makes me think,
So it's the
boy,
tank?
I really want to build a computer in this. Oh boy. That was why I left it up to you guys. That wasn't originally in the script when Ploof brought it to me. I think what was your plan? I don't remember. Oh no, you wanted me to pick which one.
Which?
Oh,
the case.
yeah.
I wanted you to pick the case.
Yeah, and then I basically deferred. I deferred to the audience because I was looking at them going, well, these are all stupid. I mean, cool, but also ridiculous. So I'll just do whatever you guys think is right. And then, well, this is what I get, right? I ended up with the tank. Which is fine. Which is fine. You've all done a wonderful job of helping me pick which case to build in. I'd say though, man, ones that have stood out to me like over the years, there was that really cool one with the gull wing doors. That one was pretty sick. Man, what are some cases that have like really stood out? I mean, there's the classics. What's that?
Aircraft carrier.
Yeah, the aircraft carrier was super cool. You know, I think part of it for me that makes this hard is that if there's ever anything that I really wanted to build in, I kind of did it. Like even the Power Mac G5, that was kind of my dream like case mod case. You know, where I wanted to take one of those and turn it into like a rockin' PC. And we did that. So because I have the luxury of running a large tech channel, any tech case I want to build in, I kind of have done, right? That's the whole point of this. Yeah, I'd say the one that I was probably most excited about was that Mac, though. That was super cool. Boy, did it ever take a long time to get that project over the finish line, but it was totally worth it. Where the devil is this supposed to mount? Sure, let's go with there. And gorgeous. Hit me with another barkeeper.
Okay, this one's from Kevin. Hey guys, I learned English and building PCs just by watching YouTube, and I am curious, have you accidentally ever learned something while getting entertained? Greetings from Belgium.
Yeah, of course. I mean, Bill Nye is a major personal inspiration. Just how fun he made learning when I was in school was it's such an eye-opener, right? It's not like I didn't have decent teachers, but I would watch Bill Nye the Science Guy just purely for entertainment. I didn't even think about that I was actually learning while I was doing it. It was great.
I'm trying to figure out a way to write an intro that is in the style of Bill Nye.
That would be
It's
awesome.
hard, but the production value is actually really high in some episodes.
Yeah, I mean, TV, I guess, back when TV made money, it was easier to justify spending money making TV. Oh, wow, that is a very crooked power supply. I need to fix that. Sorry. One moment, please. That is truly awful. Okay, hit me with another one. There's more than one spot where you can mount the power supply. There's multiple little slots, so I clearly got it misaligned here.
They thought of everything.
Sure, I've only got a couple left here.
Okay.
This one's from Daniel. Hello, I recently bought a Couchmaster Cocoon 2 to make gaming more comfortable. Do you think that, what laptop keyboards like the Corsair K63 will be made again? If you don't know, the Couchmaster seems to be a big, long board of a keyboard.
I know what the Couchmaster is.
All right. You explain it then.
I don't think so. I think that keyboards like the Roccat Sova, like that Corsair one you mentioned, products like the Couchmaster, really cool, but I think they are today's solution to yesterday's problem, if you kind of get what I mean. And the reason I think that is that as consoles and PCs continue to merge, I only see that trend continuing, and one of the side effects of those trends, aside from exclusives no longer really existing anymore, it's all timed exclusives now, is I foresee that controller support on PC games isn't going to be an afterthought anymore. It's going to be a given, and it's already predominantly that way, I'd say. Like new releases for PC, if you don't have controller support, you kind of are missing the boat. Anyone who's playing on a Steam Deck, anyone who's playing on Steam Big Picture. And I think game developers are recognizing that and tailoring their games to that reality. And so I don't see the need to be sitting on the couch with a giant keyboard stretched across your lap anymore when you could just use a controller. Pluve.
Yes.
Some of these RGB, you seem to have oriented this up top.
No, put them on the bottom.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Not that one. Okay, that's the only one that's upside down. Here, I'll fix that.
Uh-huh. I mean, you know,
That's the only one that's
What do you
yeah.
do for a living, Plouffe?
Yeah. Okay. Oh man. Okay. How are we gonna plug in? I don't think this Commander Pro had all of the RGB stuff that it needed.
No, there's a second one in logistics.
There's a second one.
Yeah.
Okay. What about second Commander Pro?
That's right.
We need. What do we need? Yeah, we need the. Oh no, we need the breakout RGB doodads.
Oh.
Do we keep those here? You know, I had a whole system where all this stuff was here, and then people kept taking things away from here and putting them out in logistics. And then they went and they took logistics and they moved it to a whole different building. And now what are we going to do? We're hooped, sir, hooped.
Well, that wasn't me. That was your decision.
We also, see, these need these little mail-to-mail things. See these?
Oh yeah.
There's
a bunch of those.
a bunch of those?
There should be.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw a bunch when I was moving stuff around. Hold on.
Just shout out Corsair, curse you for not using standard RGB connectors. It makes me extremely unhappy every time I have to deal with your RGB mess. I get it. You guys have cool animations that you can do and all that good stuff. I see the benefit, but I feel that the benefit does not outweigh the disadvantage of that your stuff does not work with anybody else's stuff. I really don't like that. All right, Dan, hit me.
Okay, this one's from Nick. Hello from Switzerland.
Hello, Switzerland.
Have you considered creating a head shop and or creating a reseller network for the LTT store to get your products in more hands and reduce shipping cost for consumers?
Sorry, the question was, that's from Switzerland, so I'm assuming it's about European LTT store?
I would assume so.
Yes. Yes, the thought had occurred to us. The challenge with that is that, okay, where is the last fan cable here? What am I doing?
I don't know.
Oh no. What is this plate?
These are like all 4-pin.
How does this plate come off? Sorry, there's a cable management plate that I didn't remove.
That's what I asked you. You said I already removed it.
Well, I didn't, clearly,
Oh my god.
because I'm a big liar.
We need the 3-pin ones, don't we?
3 pins of what?
For RGB.
4 pin.
Do we need 4-pin?
4 pin.
Okay, then you're in luck.
Well, no, 2 plus 1. So yeah,
That's
3
three.
pin. Yeah,
Yeah,
3 pin.
okay.
5 volt. 5 volt.
Yeah, 3-pin, 5 volt.
Okay.
So none of these ones.
No! This project is cursed. Yes, it has occurred to us to do European LTT store. The issue with doing European LTT store is that Europe is very far away with a very different tax code and a lot of challenges associated with doing business in it compared to doing business here in our home and native land. So it's just not realistic right now. It'll happen at some point, I hope. But we just have so much going on with labs, and we've got LTX this year, and we've got, I don't know, I'm sure there's stuff that I'm not thinking of right now, but there's 100 people here, and they're all working on stuff, and none of it is Euro LTT store. So that should give you some idea of just like how wildly busy everything is. Plouffe.
Found a mail-to-mail plug, but
You
I can't find 3-pin. Oh, unless this is one of them. Ah, nice.
Oh, well, I'll just take that.
You'll take this?
Yeah, that'll do, because I only have 3 of these anyway.
It's just 3. Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, why is everything hard? Perfect.
Because you decided to go with 6 extra fans.
No,
and
I
RGB.
decided nothing.
And RGB.
I decided nothing. It was the right thing to do. It was the right thing to do. I didn't want to have extra fans, but the people needed it.
Yep.
They needed more RGB in this system.
People's champion.
Well, someone has to do it, and apparently it's not going to be you.
Not gonna be me. Give him more than 2 hours. Give me more than 2 hours to do a stream, and I'll try to do as much RGB as you want.
Hey, I am not the one who sets timelines for these things.
You're
AMD
right.
sent us a defective CPU.
You're
I don't
right.
control
that's
that.
That's not your fault.
The show must go on.
That's true.
Do you mind plugging this into the RGB header on the front? Thanks. Okay. No. You got this. You got this. Yeah, there's lots of slack on that one. I really need those RGB hubs that go with the Commander Pro. If you don't find one, no pressure, but we are boned.
It's not any of these cables.
It is super not. I don't even know what those cables are. I don't even think they belong with the Commander Pro. People never put RGB hub hardware back when they return stuff to inventory.
I thought we were supposed to throw that out.
It drives me up the wall. And you ever wonder why you're not in logistics anymore, Dan?
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, in all seriousness, though, it would be simpler if we just redid it every time, but that would be extremely wasteful. So we try, we try to reuse stuff as much as we can between projects, but it can be infuriating sometimes. Now, what is this sled on the bottom? Is this intended for hard drives or something like that? It kind of looks like it. I'm getting a hard drive SSD vibe from this sled here. Okay.
RGB hub, is this what you're looking
Yes, this is what I need. I need RGB hub, and I think this will do it. No, I don't think I need any of that.
You don't need more Commander Pros, you just need that.
I don't think so. Wait, RGB. Will this? Oh. No, I need the RGB hub that goes with the Commander Pro. This one just plugs into a USB header. This is standalone.
Oh, you're right. Okay, well.
Okay, so do these have? Okay, now we're opening up multiple ones. This one's sealed though. That's a good sign. It means the accessories might be in it. I mean, they might not. Someone might have already pilfered the accessories. No, I do not see an RGB hub in here. I don't think it comes with the RGB hub. I think it's a separate piece. We had an entire bin of these stupid RGB hubs at some point. Cool, Corsair RGB boxes.
Wow.
Let's go. All right.
Bin saved the day.
Yes. You may have this back. And this. Yes. This is what I need. Now, I think there's two separate parts for this. One of them is SP and one of them is HD or something. And I don't think anything denotes the difference between them. So you just have to kind of wing it. Oh no. The 3-pin. Yeah. No. Okay, so that's for this. That's for this box. There's an SP and an HD one. Okay, but I don't think we need this box. I think what we need is just a male-to-male RGB cable, like a male-to-male Corsair RGB cable, which hopefully exists. Is this? Yes, here's one. This is only 2-pin. Is 2 pins enough pins? Good gravy. LED 1. Okay. Oh no. This computer isn't going to work.
You need SATA power now.
Oh yeah, I need SATA power. Do I not have SATA power? I got SATA power.
You have SATA power in there. I just
Yeah.
didn't grab any of the cables that you... Okay, it's all there. Okay,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
good.
I'm good. No, everything is good. Nothing could be better. Yeah. You're forgetting something though. There are 4 more fan mounts here.
Oh, Christ, you want to
You're
do
not
the
forgetting
top?
anything. You knew. You were just hoping that I didn't know. There's more rust on my case. This stream is an absolute shit show. Here you
You
go.
can't swear on YouTube.
Oh, sorry. Is shit a swear word?
Yes,
technically,
I think.
No, this one's the tank. The other one was the ship.
The ship. Yeah, that was ship. This has been a ship show. Ship show. Okay, 2 RGB hub. All right, yes. All right, we've got this. Everything is completely under control. Do you have another merch message?
Sure, sure.
People
this
stop
one-
sending merch messages. I'm like, I'm not funding this. What a mess.
This is what you've done. This one's from Isaac. If your kids asked, would you let them work for LTT?
Not right now. I think it's a little early for that. As for whether they could join the family business, I mean, I think most parents would be excited to have their kids join the family business, but I think for me it would have to be done in the right way, right? Like it couldn't just be like, yeah, let's go nepotism, my son is now executive VP of sitting on his butt all day, right? Like we're not going to do anything like that. That was such a huge morale sink for me at my old company, back when I worked at NCIX. Just the fact that the boss's family just kind of, there was this one family member. Some of them at least like they weren't all competent, but some of the ones that were incompetent at least tried to do work. But there was this one that, as far as we could tell, did absolutely nothing. Did absolutely nothing. Came in, literally had one of those little portable DVD players, rolled in, unpacked the portable DVD player, watched DVDs at their desk, never came out, never talked to anybody, never did anything, and then went home at the end of the day. And we're sitting here going like, why don't you just write a check? Why spend time and effort on this charade? Why not just send them a check? Like it's not fooling anybody. What's the point of any of this? I never got the answer to that question.
You can't write it off as an
Can't.
expense.
You can't write it
He's
off.
not an employee.
Well, yeah,
Aren't you going to save taxes?
Just say they were there. I mean, if anyone ever got interviewed, it's not like they wouldn't have said, yeah, they're useless, they don't do anything. I mean, I guess if you're in the building, it's easier to justify. And if you're just going to sit and watch TV all day anyway, what difference does it make if you do it in an air-conditioned office or an air-conditioned your house? Okay, all right. So that's honestly what you think it is? Just plausible deniability? All right. Yeah, you're probably right. Let's start wiring up some power here, shall we? Ooh, I need to find another one of those RGB breakout boxes. And I'm going to plug that into LED 2 here. No, I got this. I just need the male-to-male cable again, which I found. No, I didn't. That's male to female. Rats. Ah, yes, I got one. Yes. Don't even worry, Plouf.
No, I'm looking for long fans.
No, you're worried. Don't stress. Don't stress. You
worried.
got no. You got to de-stress. Don't no long fan screws. Don't worry. It's okay. It's okay. Just bugging him. Here you go.
Long?
Is that long enough?
No, I got to go through.
What do you mean through? Long fan screws.
I can't fit my hands under here. So I want to use like rad screws or something.
You can't. Oh.
See what I mean?
How the devil are
Yeah,
you supposed to?
Right? I might be able
What the
to.
heck? Well, this glass has got to come off then, right?
Okay, I'll take the. Yeah. Hold on.
Right?
It's a screw here. Wait here.
Oh, okay. Oh,
this off.
you have to unscrew the whole gun, the cannon, the front cannon.
There's more. There's one here.
Oh yeah, and there's two at the back.
There's two at the back.
Wait, that's how they hold the top glass on? Are you kidding me? The gun on the front is how they hold the glass on? This is ridiculous.
$700 ridiculous.
Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta be like that? Okay, success. I'm kind of feeling cables on the outside. Maybe cables towards these corners.
Oh, it does fit.
Wow, that's really tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's do it like that. Okay, you got this?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and these are exhaust. Oh man, why did you guys choose this? Why? See, I didn't have a choice. That's my excuse. You had a choice. I kind of want to power this up
That's probably a great idea.
while you're working on memeing more RGB fans. Okay, yeah. So I'm just gonna, wow. Yeah, I'm just gonna straight up do that. Mashed. Done. That's a joke, by the way. Because it's army themed. Ploof? I get a chuckle?
I got the joke.
I get a chuckle for mashed?
I got the joke. MASH is a pretty old show now.
Yeah, it's.
I know what it is, but I don't think I've ever seen a single episode.
I have also never seen a single episode of it, but I do know the theme song. Da 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 da.
It's a show that comes on when you're like done watching TV.
Yeah, like when my Power Rangers was over. You're not mic'd, so you can't really. Yeah, it's not that I don't want him to talk. It's just that he has this thing he does where he thinks he's not co-hosting the video, and so he doesn't get mic'd up. And then we arrive on set, and it's pretty obvious he's co-hosting the video.
I thought a stick mic would be sufficient, and I thought it was a great idea when we started this. Turns out it was a terrible idea, and we're not going to do that again.
I'm going to add "Don't listen to Ploof" to future stream cart rules and procedures.
Yes, I'll always listen to Dan.
I won.
What'd you find?
I found countersunk 632 screws in black. Yes! Found a whole bag. Here it is. No one will ever know. It's a slightly different surface finish. It's matte. You know what?
Can you just change them all?
No, no, I don't have enough to change them all. It's okay, I'm over it. I'm over it. This is good enough. I'm actually pretty happy right now. Want to hit me with a merch message?
Sure. We already did the kids one.
And then Andy can come hang with me while we plug in some power cables. Got our
This one's-
modular power cables here.
This one's
Hey.
from Edgar.
What's up, Edgar?
Convince my boomer boss that only using the web-based version or apps like Word, Excel, or Teams on a high-end computer doesn't prevent slowdowns. In my opinion, 36+ browser tabs open is inefficient and dumb.
Inefficient and dumb. Tell me how you really feel. Wow. Convince my boomer boss that using the web-based version doesn't prevent slowdowns. Well, yeah, sure. That much is true. But what I don't know is what your boomer boss, and your words, not mine, what I don't know is what your boomer boss is doing in this software. If what they're doing is so heavy that it could cause slowdowns for their computer, then your boss might actually be right. So let's say your boss is working on extremely computationally intensive spreadsheets, for example. Yeah, you're in the wrong here, pal. However, if your boss is just typing, then it is possible that a local word processor is actually going to be less. Oh shoot, I just plugged this into the wrong one. If I only have one, then I think I want it to be on the left one. It's possible that a locally run program would be lighter, because then at least you're not dealing with the network connectivity side of it. To be truthful though, this is something I'm purely speculating on, and the best way to prove it to your boss would be to use data, right? Test it, find out. I mean, it's something that can be measured so easily, so, you know, why have me convince them? Why don't you do it? There, boom, roasted. Oh, wow, this is very borderline. Okay, there's our 8-pin CPU power connector. Ugh. Do I have another one, though? Whoop. Yes. All right, there goes our second one. Hit me with another.
Okay, this one is also for you. Hey, Linus, thanks for all the tips. I was wondering if there are any plans to make more feminine merch, like dresses or skirts. They seem to do well as counterfeit, but hopefully the real ones could work as well.
That really depends on how our next couple of like women's or like feminine merch products go. We've got t-shirts coming. We've got Trying to think what else we have in the pipeline. I want to say definitely t-shirts, and then some more. Oh, we have underwear coming, that's for sure. And so we're going to have to see how those go, and if they're a big success, then absolutely you're going to see more. And if they are not a big success, then we might kind of cool it and maybe focus more on like inclusive sizing, like maybe do. Make it so that everything is available down all the way down to XS or double XS or something like that, so that our unisex merch better covers the entire spectrum.
7900 XS?
7900 XS, yeah, for sure. We're going to take a page out of AMD's book and just call everything the same thing. All right, hit me with one more.
All right, this one's from Zachary.
Hi, Zachary.
It's been a while since the Project Zero cables build. Any chance of an updated version could be
Yes.
coming in the future?
Yes, it is well underway, and it is flippin' awesome. It's a lot closer to what I had actually envisioned last time, where the channels are actually routed into the desk. So the cables are running, what would it be, like longitudinally inside the desk. We're gonna have a Logitech PowerPlay mat embedded. So the whole thing from the outside is just gonna look like a desk, but all the cables are actually inside the desk surface, even though it's only like the size of a regular desk. I'm pretty stoked. It's pretty cool. I'm also stoked on, I think this computer is done. Ow, my arm is stuck. There we go. That was a little awkward. I'm gonna put these PCI slots in place. Oh, we're getting there. Okay, hit me again.
Okay, this is from Patrick. Hi, Linus and team. Thank you for sparing me time. I've been wanting to build it for some time now for showcasing. Also, did you guys heard about the train case from Lian Li? Greetings from Luxembourg.
Yeah, the good old train case. That was a classic. That one and the weird sail one, the PC 888. That's a classic. Every once in a while, Lian Li builds something where you just go, really? You know, like, really? But you also got to kind of respect it, right? They march to the beat of their own drum. And if their model is such that they're able to support these super low volume special edition or limited edition cases, then hey, power to them. It's not always obvious from the outside, what is viable or sustainable with someone else's business model, right? Like if I was a Corsair, I would look at that and I'd go, oh, that's absolutely just like maniac stuff right there, right? But Corsair doesn't own their own case fabrication facilities, whereas Lian Li does. If Lian Li decides to build a one-of-one case, then that's their prerogative. And again, like I said, maybe the economics of it makes sense for them. I see a lot of speculation about how things work over here that is just utterly, wildly inaccurate, right? Like people who think that we're on the brink of bankruptcy or whatever else. Yeah, don't worry, Plouffe. The checks are going to keep bouncing. I mean, cash clearing. The checks will clear. It's all good. And it's all just utter speculation. It has no basis in anything, right? But the level of certainty, it kind of reminds me of ChatGPT, right? Where I'll see these extremely certain people who will talk about their business chops and their experience and blah, 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 blah. And it's kind of like, okay, but you're just a random person on the internet and you have absolutely no access to our books whatsoever. And I know, like there's certain things that are just facts, When I log into the bank account, we're not on the brink of bankruptcy. So thank you for your contribution, but I think I'll go with what my bank tells me instead of what you tell me, because one is accurate and one is just not. One is random nonsense. All right, hit me.
Okay, this is from Jason.
Hi, Jason.
With more people consuming their media from untraditional broadcast, have you ever considered having LMG attend or exhibit at NAB in Las Vegas and do a live WAN show from the exhibit floor? I've been to NAB too. It's amazing.
Yeah, NEB, super cool show. But let me ask you this. Why? What would,
He's not responding.
I'm sure there would be some cost, right? Like even just travel. So it will be thousands of dollars to have a team of people down there. Where will my thousands of dollars in return come from? And I'm not trying to be all, you know, businessy and gotta make money about it. But presumably, the point of attending a trade show like an NAB would be to generate some kind of return on the investment. And what would that be, would be my question. And this is the way that I will often address things when people pitch things internally as well, is you say why not, and I say, but why? And if there's no clear answer, well then there's no real need for us to continue having this conversation. When you have determined why, in fact, we should do this, then I would be happy to entertain it. But if you're just kind of talking nonsense, then I think we probably both have better things to do, right? You know, obviously I try to be nicer about it because people don't sometimes realize that they've suggested something that has no no possible path to viability or whatever else, and you want to obviously be respectful. But you have to have some kind of hope of generating a return on investment. Otherwise, why are you spending money on it? That doesn't make any sense. And now the return doesn't have to be cash. Sometimes the return can be intangible. You know, I think that something like Whale Land had an intangible value that was easy to argue for, like fun. I had fun. Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. NAB? You know, unless you were just looking for an excuse to go to Vegas on the boss's dime, I don't know that I would describe it as fun. There's certainly a lot of cool demos and stuff there, which is great. We've sent teams down there before. But the only time we've done it is when we had a sponsor who really wanted to send us down there. And the reason is that it's not for fun, it's for work, it's work. So I think that that's probably why we wouldn't do NAB in the near future. There,
Linus
I hope
hates
that,
fun,
hope that
confirmed.
answers your question. I do not hate fun. I like fun. I just,
No, you're being very reasonable.
yeah, I'm not trying to be like that about it.
Made
It's
a whole channel.
yeah.
Called Channel Super
Yeah,
Fun.
it wasn't just fun. It was super fun.
They didn't go to NAB.
Channel Super on ice. That's what we should call it. Channel Super paused. This looks awesome. Like, frickin' awesome. I kind of like this case now. I hate building in it.
Building in it's not actually that bad though. Look at all the extra. It's bad because we've got what, 10 RGB fans?
Yeah, but it would also
That's
look
why
stupid if
wouldn't-
you didn't fill it with RGB fans.
it wouldn't look as good. I fully admit that. But that whole like big cable space on the bottom, like you got tons of stuff to just tuck stuff away.
So not only do you waste a bunch of money on your $700 case, but you blow another $700 on your stupid RGB fans.
Yeah.
That you need in order for the case to not look ridiculous.
What hurts me too is it's not exactly 360 or 420. Like you see these huge gaps on the sides of the
Yeah,
of
so
the
he's
fans.
pointing at these gaps on the sides of the fans. Maybe that's where they're supposed to get airflow from. I don't know. Cliff.
Maybe.
It-
I was
if-
hoping a radiator would fill the space, but it doesn't. You put a rat up there and there's still a bunch of missing space.
Terrible. Terrible. Okay. Here's this. Wait, you didn't put the cables where?
I put them out the side as much as I could.
Yeah, on this side, but I wanted it out the side.
wanted it on this
The sides, so that it wouldn't just be down in the middle. We're not redoing it.
Just pull it down. Here, cable tie.
Cable ties. There's some on the very right there. They're very right. Dan, want to hit me with a merch message, or maybe I should just look at chat for a change? I don't know.
Yeah,
What's
sure,
up,
I got a
guys?
couple left.
How y'all doing? You enjoying the stream? You guys enjoying the stream? I hope you're enjoying the stream.
I can't hear them very well. Do we want to mic them?
You can't hear them. Sorry, the audience?
Yeah.
Oh, well, oh my goodness. Make some noise. Yeah, no, I don't mean literally, Dan.
I'm sorry. It's been a long
I have
day.
no idea how many people are even watching this.
Watch the tank build. That's a good hashtag, right?
Good gravy. There's 15,000 people watching this mess. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We're going to do better. Plouffe is going to fix the cable management. He's going to take the whole thing apart. He's going to put...
Maybe if it was 2 o'clock.
Yeah, I got badminton tonight. I got to go in like 3 minutes.
Plouffe can finish off for you. It's fine.
Plouffe can finish it, yeah.
No.
It looks
One
like I'm
word
staying
answer.
tonight.
No,
Andy?
no is a full sentence.
Yeah, Andy has a cat
Oh,
and a kid.
crap.
Supposed to be playing Sons of the Forest.
And Plouffe has a date playing video games. Oh,
Did you knock over? Oh, your water bottle. It's fine.
he's going to be playing Sons of the Black Hole.
No.
Don't you come. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Okay, let's just do this. If this glass shatters because of the pressure I'm putting on it, trying to wipe it up quickly, it's nice. It's been nice knowing you. Oh no, did you not wipe down this glass before you put it back in place?
Not the inside.
Dude! Are you even serious right now?
Trying to do this so fast. Look, that's good
These
enough.
fans don't match!
Only one. Only one. Only
They
one.
don't match!
Only one doesn't match. And it's still the same model, the QL. Yeah, QL 120. It's just an older QL 120.
Plouffe!
And so therefore, it's got the black housing instead of that white diffused housing. Look at this.
You have enraged the people.
Look at this, though.
It does look amazing.
It looks, and it fits. It's a little tight, but it's supposed to be raised a little bit on those,
Okay,
on the O-rings
here's our
that are
plan.
missing.
I gotta run this down. Yeah,
It's going to be like impossible.
those grommets are quite missing. Okay, we shouldn't be closing this up though. That is bad.
No, why are you
PBs.
tightening it?
Well, because I don't want it to come off when I tilt it up like this,
Oh my god.
so that you can grab. Oh.
I don't even know where that went.
Nope.
Where'd that strand go?
I don't know where it went either. We need to turn this thing on. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get the computer post ready, and you're gonna put a monitor, keyboard, and mouse on the desk.
That's great. I can do that. No problem.
We've got this. We've got this. Nothing could go wrong from here on out. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is gonna go here. Ow! What the heck was that? Back of this motherboard's pretty sharp. It's very sharp. It's sharp looking motherboard. Good aesthetics. Sorry, what? Okay. Ow. Dang it. Okay, all of these cables are coming through.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So 1 power and 1 RGB for 4 cables. Okay. And then we've got a second hub. Where did I put that second hub at? Yeah, here's my second hub. Okay. So here is our RGB. 1, 2. We're not cable managing this. We're not cable managing this. We've got this. Man, there's got to be some memes in here. How every build starts, how every build ends, and it's like it all starts with like optimism and sunshine and rainbows, and it's going to be great. And the cable manager, like you've got this. I got to send this to the social team. Like you've got this image in your head of how perfect everything is going to look, and then how it ends. We should just basically post this.
What no one's gonna see is me cleaning up for like 2 hours tomorrow. Our, like 6 boxes of Commander Pros and QL 120 fans.
I take only partial responsibility for that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Only partial. I do take part of the responsibility for that. I had to ask the people. And the people backed us into this corner.
What they want.
Okay, do we have fan splitters?
Yeah.
Right now I have no way to make these top fans spin.
There's like no there's no tri-splitters, but
That's fine. I just want, I want 3 dual splitters then.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I mean, well, perfect is a strong word, but solutioned. Here, you can take that white one back. We don't need no stinking white fan splitters. Okay, 1, 2. These are nice low power. Oh, these are not low power fans, but the lights are not powered by the fan header. So I can easily run 4 off of a single header. I'm just gonna run this, I don't know, here. Oh yeah, here we go. Come on, we can do this. Oh man, I totally spaced on that I have a heart out today.
Hey, Andy, can we get a close-up of that rat's nest?
No, don't close up the rat's nest.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You're putting your hands in there? You touch, you come in my house, you touch my rat's nest.
Look at those rats.
Oh no, okay. I want to power this thing on and see if she works.
Is it C13?
I can't say that I am super confident. Where does this plug into? Oh, there it is.
yeah.
Jeez, it's hidden behind the tread up here.
And you plugged the power supply in on that end, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
you better believe it. You ready?
There's keyboard and mouse out here.
You ready? Yeah, they're here.
Oh, okay.
Ow. Oh, getting older. Okay. All right. Dude, we got this
The
though.
card fits.
We got this though. Okay. This goes here. The card fits?
Yeah, the GPU.
Oh yeah, the GPU fits.
I mean, you basically
You're not
attached
wrong.
a computer.
You're not wrong. I mean, you're not, well, you weren't always helpful.
When you're right, you're right.
When you're right, you're right.
You're always right.
He just really enjoys saying that because of how he knows that I know that he doesn't think that.
I like Spaceballs. It's a classic movie.
I like turtles. All right, you ready?
It works. There's a fan hitting a wire somewhere.
And that's what I get for closing this up. Okay, hold on. No, I think the solution to this is going to be very simple. Hold on. Here, I need to, if you could just, okay. Oh my God, can you, yeah, there, yeah, that's good. Okay, well, okay, good's a strong word. Can you, hey, look at that RGB though. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, are we good? Are we coming down?
Yes, you're going to be on the
Oi.
Commander Pro somewhere,
Uh,
because that's underneath.
okay, and I got this bracket here.
What?
Is it, yeah, oh yeah.
It lives.
Okay,
Every fan is spinning.
Yes.
They are not RGB.
And this monitor is not on. No, that's fine. You have to install the IQ drivers. Is this? Uh-oh. Is this? Hello?
Now, the system will work. Hold on, it's going.
Oh, she's
It's just AMD.
she's
Sometimes,
doing
it's
something.
gotta shut down and restart
I
a couple
stepped on the
times.
mouse.
Oh my god.
Stepped on it. Okay. Okay, we've got some screws here. Is she gonna work?
I can't see the post light. Hold on, there it is. It's yellow on something. Just wait. I can't tell what it's yellow on.
Okay. Wait. I think. Nope. Oh, it turned off. It turned off, Ploof.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Just barely see the LED. Oh, it's red. Okay, wait.
Red?
It's doing a power cycle. It's doing a
Red's
power
not
cycle.
good.
Red's
Is red good?
Red is okay because it's going to do a power cycle.
Red is okay.
It's going to not be red for very long.
Yeah.
It was doing this early. Yep, the red is gone.
Red's a funny color. It either means high performance or you're boned.
Now it's going to
Nowhere in between.
the good white clear
Wait.
light and then the green light. I think it's going.
Yes!
Yes. Okay, now we see if you killed the boot drive or not.
What
Probably
if
not.
I killed the boot drive. I don't
Probably
even
not.
remember
It's
what you're
going.
talking about.
Oh, Linus, at the start of the stream, you crushed it with the tank computer.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry,
Do you
that
remember
bag
that
down
Twitch?
there is by the garbage can. I missed. I meant to throw that on the counter. That's the case hardware. It's supposed to have this in it. Not that it really matters, but there's a screw. I mean,
All right,
it's
that sounds great.
missing so many screws. Oh,
It's only missing some grommets, some rubber grommets. Everything else is there.
that mismatched fan
It's killing me.
is destroying my will to live. It is the worst thing ever. This is what I get for wrinkling the back of the WAN show set, isn't it? This is the universe's revenge. It sent Plouffe as its angel of death to punish me. Here.
Goes back to green light.
Yeah. I rebooted it because it hung on trying to get into the BIOS.
Don't go into BIOS. It did this to me earlier,
Oh,
where it like hung going into BIOS, but then I just restarted the computer and it worked fine.
okay.
So just don't go into BIOS.
Sold.
You know, don't boot the Windows.
Who needs to
If
go
it
into the BIOS
doesn't-
anyway?
If it doesn't boot to Windows, we know why.
No, we don't know why. It could have been anything.
Fine, we have some educated guesses as
No.
to
Here, these
why
are
it's
for the
not
power
going
supply.
to the boot drive.
Okay, it's going to boot. Oh, but then I sealed it up before seeing it boot to Windows. That's bad GBs.
I don't think the bottom's sealed. Does that count?
I mean, we made it as far as the fan spinning.
If it's hung here,
I think
we should,
Rossman would call that a W.
we should do like a full restart maybe. Or clear CMOS.
Or we could wipe your greasy fingerprints off
Yeah,
it.
that too. You could wipe the fingerprints off.
Yeah, and then we could just get some B-roll and be like, yeah, well,
Well, we can't get B-roll.
yeah, that's true. It's kind of a live.
It's a live stream. We can't trick
video.
you guys with B-roll.
Okay. We would never trick the people, Plouffe.
You're right. Never. We're
Deceive.
we're actually-
bamboozle.
we're very upfront when
But never
things
trick.
don't work, and then we fake it and we say, yeah, we couldn't get it working, but we got it working the next day. We're pretty
Yeah.
upfront about that.
Yeah.
I can't think of any time where I've straight up lied to anyone. Stretch the truth,
Like
maybe.
2 days later, we're back at it.
Yeah.
We want you guys to be along with us for the ride. Do you have any more merch messages to hit me with, since we're going to be kind of calling it pretty soon here?
Yeah, I got 5 left.
Hit me.
This one from Brandon. How
Green
important
light.
are graphics card updates? Have you tried benchmarking a GPU with the OG drivers and then drivers from way later to see if there's even a difference?
Very important. Yes, there is a difference. They will really go after deficiencies in not just performance but also compatibility to try to squash bugs that are affecting gamers who are running their products. Both NVIDIA and AMD are pretty good about trying to deliver the best experience that they can. They don't always get it right, but they really do try. This can stay.
I'm gonna hold it.
It's the monitor, sir.
Some people are concerned
Yeah,
that this is
okay.
XQC's motherboard.
Yeah. Well.
I
Yeah.
was posting and booting fine earlier. I got Windows installed and games are installed.
Huh.
Do you know what the...
I'm noticing a weird flickering on the RGB on this GPU.
Yeah, I
Is
noticed
that
that too.
something that you were expecting to happen? Andy, do you want to come get a shot of this? The fans on the GPU are running some kind of RGB pattern, the
Now,
likes of which I...
admittedly, the flickering was happening before.
Oh, it was.
But it was posting and... Oh, we lost your mic somehow.
Oh, no. I'll have a look.
Hey, guys. I'm back. Well,
Stick mic then.
yeah, we got this. Okay, so let's just give her a replug of the... Ooh,
Okay.
hold on. Just give it a... Reseat. Start up again. See if we can get this boy booted up. The next thing I'm going to do is rip out that M.2 and see if that's preventing it from posting. I am also deeply worried that this might be XQC's motherboard and maybe Plouffe lucked out and it worked or something. Everything is green now. The green boot light is... Oh, hi. Look at that. Gave her a little re-seaty seat. F1 to run setup. Oh, yeah. Expo enabled. Save. Let's go. And I'm going to show you something. You know who... No, sorry. You know who really killed this guy? This guy. What's up? Thanks, Andy. That's very helpful for all the people who get motion sick out there.
I don't have any
Sorry.
airborne noises. I'm sorry. I failed you.
Is my mic back?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Here you go, Ploof. Wait, is this?
It's not going anywhere.
It's not.
So now I strongly fear it is the boot drive.
No. No.
You saw
No.
it reach BIOS. Hold on. It's gotta
No.
do a little restart.
It's not the boot
AMD
drive.
restarts
It's not
sometimes.
the boot drive.
Let it go. Don't hit delete.
Flowplane, that was not me. That was Andy.
Wait for it.
Oh my god, it's booting.
Wait
Hold
for
on.
it.
I told you it works.
Wait for it.
I simply couldn't guarantee the condition of the boot drive after it had been crushed by the tank.
Yes.
Yes!
Yes. We got this. Okay. Whatever it is. Oh, that's actually also not it. Hold on. Andy, look away. Your. What? Okay. Oh, okay. It was something. Okay, cool. I don't know if we have time to install IQ.
And I don't know why there's no internet
Oh.
right now. I did install
Oh,
the
oh.
LAN driver earlier, and I plugged in that cable.
Oh.
So
Look at that. There's activity.
yeah, so I'm actually really confused. I installed games and stuff earlier.
That's
I don't know
super
why.
weird. You know what? I have a solution to that. There should be a big thing of Wi-Fi antennas here.
Okay,
At least if people
it's connected.
Oh, it's connected.
Good. It's good. Just took a moment.
Yes, I tried a different cable. Yes, IQ. IQ. The smartest thing ever. Wait,
Oh,
what? It's
wait,
not
it went
connected.
away. Yeah, it was good.
Dang it! Did you
I
lie to
didn't
me
do anything.
for personal gain? For personal humor gain? You sure? It seems like so. Yeah, not today. Not recently. Oh wait, it's connected now.
Oh, okay. It's because you switched the cable, probably.
Okay. IQ software. Download IQ. Oh, man. What? No. Oh my God. How big is this download?
This is why people say don't run IQ, because
Oh my God.
it's going to eat up your system resources.
Oh my God. Well,
Play one game. Just play one game, Linus.
I want-
The people can imagine the RGB. It looks
No,
great.
they can't
I
imagine
can see it
the
in my
RGB.
mind.
Do you
I
have
can
any
see it
idea
in my
how much
mind.
work it was to
I
plug in
know.
all the RGB? You were there.
It was there. I installed a bunch
It's like
of
the
these fans.
wizard of ugly computer, and you were there, and you were there. Man, you can't make Wizard of Oz references anymore. The kids aren't even going to get them.
Yeah, you're right.
I watched the Muppets with my kids, and I realized that so it was like the 2009, like the reboot one, or 2012, or whenever it was. So I watched the reboot one with my kids, and I realized that as self-aware as the Muppets reboot movie was, that they were sort of irrelevant. They made a lot of cultural jokes, both throwback and 2012, that make it 10 years later even more irrelevant. Like one of the celebrity cameos is like Judd Hirsch, and like, would my kids know who that is?
Know who Judd Hirsch is.
You'll recognize him. Hold on, let me find him.
How important is this?
Well, I mean, we're waiting for this setup
IQ,
to
you
run.
care about the IQ download?
Yes, I care about the IQ
Just
download.
launch Steam, play Halo.
This guy.
Can't play Halo without RGB.
Oh yeah, he's familiar.
Yeah.
I don't know
This
what he's
guy.
in though.
Yeah, lots of stuff. Anyway,
Yeah, he's familiar.
he's one of the celebrity cameos, and I'm just like, even okay. So they have Jim Parsons, and he's at the height of his fame at that time.
Yeah.
And like my kids would just probably think, oh, some random actor, right? Like I don't know. I don't see Big Bang Theory having the same kind of long-term relevance that something like a
Friends or
Seinfeld or
Seinfeld,
Friends
yeah.
has had. But then, maybe I don't know.
I think that's largely just because of how much variety there is now versus back then. You'd watch like one or two shows.
There's so much content.
There was like Friday primetime, and like that's what everyone would watch. You'd go to school the next
Yeah.
day, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, you saw that episode?"
Cheers,
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
doesn't happen anymore.
Okay, please wait while setup configures IQ. Okay, is hardware info in here?
Part of me secretly hopes that the RGB does not work, and that we set up IQ for nothing.
Frame view.
A man
Frame
can
view's
dream.
not on here. Frame view.
Sorry, hardware info is on there. I
Nice.
didn't put frame view.
That's fine, I'm getting it.
Adrenaline is installed, and the latest drivers are installed.
Nice.
Several games are installed.
Nice.
They're ready to play. They've been launched once before.
Nice.
Linus, I'm getting a bit of a scratchy on your mic.
Bit of a scratchy on the mic?
No,
Okay.
on the cable side, it's popping.
What?
It's popping.
Oh,
Just check it. That's
sure,
good.
fine.
That's fine. No, that's probably
Okay,
good enough.
we're good.
How's the CPU doing?
Okay. How's the CPU doing? Not enough cores. 12 cores, not enough. Terrible. It's turboing to 5.26 gigahertz. Man, this latest generation of CPUs is just nutty. I can't even, you know? Okay, Commander Pro, lighting setup. Here we go. No devices connected. Here we go. Okay, what are these? These are light loop, right? How many fans? I don't know. One of them has 6. Can it see them? Oh, yeah. Oh,
There are
yeah.
10 fans?
Wait, it's only got the 3.
Oh, no.
Where's the other 3?
I don't know.
Hello, buddy? You know what? 3's enough.
Yeah, just turn the
enough. I'll
computer.
just
Turn the
turn it.
computer.
Yeah, I'll just turn it.
Careful with the cables.
Okay.
They're not even lit up very
Okay,
well.
okay,
Oh, is that just
okay.
because what IQ's set to right now?
Oh, wait, hold on. What's that? Oh, sick. Okay. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Wait, what?
Wow.
Why are these two detect? Okay, some of them detect and some of them don't. You know what? That's enough for you guys to imagine it. There you go. Just get the low angle, Andy. Get the low angle. Yeah, we good. There we go. Oh, yeah. Look at that. The top's lit now too. Hey! This thing looks freaking awesome. It looks awesome. All right. You know what? When you're right, you're right. And you guys, you're always right. That was worth it. Love it. This mismatched fan is driving me absolutely crazy. It's not the same at all. That's not a light loop fan.
Everyone still here is quietly shaking their heads.
I'm so upset. So upset. Jeez, is it that you didn't have the option for a light loop? Are there
really
no
hope
more
you did
light
that on
loop
purpose.
fans?
Please tell me you did that on
I
purpose.
did. I just grabbed the closest Corsair fan with RGB that I could find.
Okay, frame view. Come on. Here we go. What kind of FPS we gonna get?
You got to sign into X.
No, are you kidding me? Okay, yeah, look away. Oh, man. Whatever happened to, I just want to play the game? Please type the authenticator code. You type the authenticator code.
You type the authenticator code.
I'm not going to. Make Linus do it.
Welcome back. Here we go. I'm good. I'm ready, Andy. Yes. Default hardware presets. Let's go. Video. Let's go. Okay, resolution 4K. Oh, man. No, I don't want minimum and maximum frame rates. Are you kidding me? Unlocked. Yeah, everything ultra. That makes sense. Whew. Okay. This boy, though, she can handle it. We're gonna go ruin someone's multiplayer game. Let's go. With the tank! With the tank! She's a little loud. This is a very restrictive front grille. I don't know that from a practical standpoint, I would still recommend this case. These poor fans, absolutely no way to draw in air whatsoever. I can't even feel any attempt at drawing in air for them. I mean, these ones, same thing. These don't go anywhere. They don't draw air from anywhere. Also, Ploof, weren't they supposed to be exhaust? I mean,
Yeah, but
I
they
guess
wouldn't look as cool. They wouldn't look as cool.
better like this. So,
Yeah.
you just kind of...
That's why the wiring didn't end up perfect, because I realized, we should turn these over.
Oh,
And then
man.
the wiring was just so back of my mind compared to getting the front pretty part of the RGB
At least
fan.
it looks great. It looks so cool. At this point, honestly, I'd rather the front here was just glass too. Let's just not have any cooling,
Yeah.
and let's see all the fans through glass.
Andy, how much is this in Chinese yuan?
$199.
How much is
And
that?
After console is $889, so less than $20. Like maybe.
So if we bought this from China, Linus,
It's cheaper?
it's much cheaper, like
Okay.
200 CAD.
Well, that helps a little bit.
I don't
I mean,
know.
the CPU is sitting at 52 in game,
I mean, that's not bad.
5.4 gigahertz boost. Yeah.
How's the GPU? Is
I'll
the
take
GPU
that.
choked?
I'm checking. GPU hotspots at 87, but I haven't been gaming for that long.
For a hotspot, that's okay.
That's pretty good for a hotspot, yeah. Hey, Dan,
Go for it.
we're running at 130 FPS, 4K absolutely maxed in Halo Infinite.
Thank you for telling me.
Oops. Where'd Buddy go?
I'm confused.
Oi.
Wow.
Clearly it's not going to be an issue for gaming.
What a kill. Get
Thank
this
you.
guy.
Where'd you go?
Wow, he escaped.
Where'd he go? Where the hell did he go?
He's too fast for you.
What just happened? Oh, whoops. Now let's get that flag back. Oh, she runs like a dream, though. She runs like a dream. Oh,
Just like you've got to run to badminton.
yeah, right. I gotta go. Oh, but she's so fast. She's so fast. Look at this computer go. Oh, I love it. Man, what was? Oh yeah, we got a couple more merch messages. Hit me, and then I'm out of here.
All right, this one from Mitchell. Love you product. Possibility of jeans?
No jeans, but we do have some cool like tech pants coming.
This one from Manu. Hey, Linus, trying to start an online blog. Do you have any tips for starting out online?
Double kill. Sorry, what?
He's trying to start an online blog. Do you have any tips for starting out online and in general starting out self-employment gigs?
Be yourself, man. You know, go all in, but hedge your bets. Just be safe out there. Yeah, I don't know what else to say that I haven't already said. It's tough.
As a bike commuter who has a fairly heavy bag, would you ever make an attachable hip strap belt for the backpack? Or is it not needed due to the fairly low sternum
It's a different
strap?
product.
Different product.
I think if you're looking for a waist strap, it's a really different product, and it's just not where we're trying to compete right now.
Last one I've got today is from Jacqueline. Hi, Linus, me again. Last when you said the LMG Christmas album wasn't worth transferring the bits and bytes. Would you consider a vinyl release for the LTT store instead? No bits and bytes necessary.
No, it's terrible.
That's all I got for you. I got to get home and continue working on the remaster of the...
No, I
Oh,
can't
wait.
believe that guy got me. All right, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Final temps here for the GPU. Hotspots at 90, that's perfectly acceptable. And for the CPU, we're sitting at 65 on the package. Somehow it kind of does okay. I don't know quite how that works.